Welcome to the Country Profiles channel with your presenter Dennis Waswa. In this edition, the country we are profiling is Turkey, and hopefully you will learn a thing or two by the time we go through the various episodes that we are going to run for this country in the different aspects of life as we tour the world virtually together. So the contents for this first episode are the quick facts, the brief, simple things you need to know about Turkey if you're planning to travel there. And I've also listed the sources of this information if you want to verify. So the full country name is Republic of Turkey. The capital city is Ankara, as you can see. Ankara is the capital city. Most people confuse it with Istanbul. But Istanbul is just the largest city. The official language is Turkish, and the other spoken languages are quite several. So there's Kurdish, there's Zaza, Arabic, there is Laz, Greek, Armenian, Bulgarian, just to mention but a few. In terms of the ethnic groups, 70% of them are Turks. It explains why Turkish is the official language. And 19% are Kurds, with the other minorities contributing 11%. In terms of the religion coverage, 99.8% are Muslim, so it's predominantly a Muslim country, and the other 0.2% are Christians and those that follow the Judaism faith. In terms of the geographical space, what you're seeing here on your right, the total area of the company, or the total area of the country is 783,000 square kilometers, or the equivalent of 302,000 square miles, and it ranks 36th in the world. If you compare that to Uganda, it's 3 times the size of Uganda. Uganda is just over 240,000 square kilometers. In terms of the water cover, as you can see, there are few lakes, though it's endowed in terms of the surrounding Mediterranean Sea and the Black Sea on the north, but the inland coverage of water is just 2%. If you compare that with Uganda, Uganda sits at 15%, though in relative terms, Uganda is smaller. The demographics, as per the December 2022 estimates, the population was just over 85 million. They ranked 17th in the world, and the population density is 111 persons per square kilometer. If you compare that to Uganda, Uganda sits at 243 persons per square kilometer. So that means in Uganda we are more squeezed compared to the Turkish. In terms of the mix of the population by age bracket, 15 to 64 years of age constitute 2/3 of the population, and 22% are below the age of 14, whereas the senior citizens constitute 9.9%, those who are above the age of 65. So it's a fairly good mix where those that are able to work and accommodate the young ones below the age of 14 and the senior citizens are a significant chunk of the population. It's also noted that over the last between 1950 and 2020, the population has quadrupled over the years. It could be the same case for Uganda. The currency is the Turkish lira, and if you compare that with the Ugandan shilling, it's way stronger than the Uganda shilling. You need 134 Uganda shillings to get 1 Turkish lira, and in terms of the time zone, it's the same time zone as Uganda. So if you have friends in Turkey, you don't need to worry about calling them in the night. If it's daytime in Kampala, it's the same daytime in Istanbul or Ankara. The driving side, they drive on the right-hand side. Yet in Uganda, we drive on the left, and several other African countries. So when you happen to go to Istanbul, please stick to that so that you don't fall on the wrong side of the law. That's it for the brief facts. I call them the pocket facts you need to know before you travel to Turkey. And we shall venture into more about Turkey in our next episodes. Cheers. Thanks for being great listeners.